everyone, and welcome back to the Collaboration Space for the first time, coming to you live from the Infocom floor at the Crestron booth. And today we're going to be talking about future-ready AI solutions, and specifically how AVI-SPL and Crestron can help you with AI readiness and deployment, and then keep you ahead of the curve. And I have a few guests with me here today, and the first is John Bailey from AVI-SPL. Welcome back, John.
Hi, Nancy. Thanks for having me back.
You're welcome. I appreciate you being here. Can you tell our audience just a little bit about yourself?
Sure, yeah. I'm a Senior Vice President of Technology and Innovation for AVI-SPL, so really focused on advanced technologies, unified communications, obviously AI, and happy to be here.
Wonderful. And also joining us from Crestron is Brad Hintze. Brad, tell us a little about yourself.
Nancy, first of all, thanks for having me here. I do all the marketing at Crestron, EVP Global Marketing, training, documentation, all the fun stuff, actually.
Well, I appreciate you being here, and thanks for inviting us to the Crestron booth. It's a very busy day at Infocom. So let's kick this off. Let's talk a little bit about AI in general. John, what are we hearing? How people are using AI today?
Yeah, all kinds of ways. I mean, we're seeing users really adopt quickly, right? Because I think in a lot of cases, the promise of AI is just in front of us constantly, right? And all the things that it can do, but users are getting a little frustrated that they don't actually have access to that in the workplace. So we're seeing a lot of emergence of personal AI use with users. And then obviously within enterprise and business, customers are looking at ways to not only create more efficiency in the things they do, but also accelerate their time to market for new products or new solutions.
I think we were talking about it just before we hit record. They are using it on their own, and the unique opportunity for our industry and why we need to look for technology solutions to make collaboration spaces better is because they're getting, their expectations are raising because they're using this technology individually. Right, when you're on your phone or you're in your office alone and you're seeing the benefits of a transcription from a call that you are part of on your own, that's helping you in your workflow. And that's raising the expectation for when you go into a collaboration space, you want to make sure that it's delivering on that there. So it is really important moment for all of us to be thinking about connecting what we enable within the room with the expectations of those that will end up being in those rooms.
Yeah. And John, talking about collaboration and meeting rooms, how does powerful AV enable that AI?
Yeah, well, great point. And I mean, it's an interesting topic to think about, that we want to have great high-performing AV so that the AI can faithfully transcribe, understand, translate, attribute everything that's being said. But there's a paradox there because, I mean, frankly, isn't it equally important that all the users in the room are able to experience those same things? But that's, I think, absolutely a great point. And with companies spending more and more, investment and resource in AI, ensuring that it's going to be performing at its highest possible level in the conference space is critical.
Well, in the conference space, what we talk a lot about is how do you set up an intelligent space for a Monday morning? Right, that kind of space that when you go in Monday morning, you don't want to be there anyway, but when you go in there, you want it to work really well. You want the audio so that everybody can be heard really well, everybody can be seen, and these are really great areas where you can apply AI to add a better experience, but also on the other end, you can inform things like more accurate and consistent transcription. That's really critical. We've seen recent research that shows the quality of your audio setup affects how others perceive you on the other end, right? If you have high quality audio, you come across more credible, more convincing, more empathetic. If you have lower quality audio, people actually might think that you're not quite as intelligent. You're not as effective convincing your colleagues. And so we know now, we have some more of this quantitative research that supports the importance of high quality audio in these spaces. And so having a properly designed system with the right technology can actually drive so much around the culture of a workplace because of all these things.
And Brad, can you talk a little bit specifically about some of the solutions the AI solutions that Crestron is focusing on here at the show?
Yeah, so for us, we have, for a long time, we've invested in intelligent video solutions. It's a really great application of computer vision and intelligence to drive a much more natural video experience. Things like group framing, speaker tracking, presenter tracking, These kinds of experiences make it so that those that are in the room, they don't need to think about driving the camera setup, and the people on the remote end get a much better experience. We've recently released an addition to our system. We call it face direction. So it will choose automatically the camera that has the best view of the active speaker's face, right? So again, it's a much more kind of human-centric application of you're adding AI to a video experience. So that's a big one. Another area where we have done a lot of work around AI is partnering closely with Zoom and with Microsoft with our Teams Room and Zoom Room solutions so that we can leverage the hardware that Crestron produces to enable things like Copilot. And again, that's very important for the high quality transcription.
The room needs to be ready, the room needs to be easy to use. I want to walk in and not think about it.
That's right.
So John, can you follow up on that a little bit and talk about how does AVI-SPL bring this all together with the Crestron solutions, installation, room design, deployment? How do we deliver that complete package?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of ways, but I think the big theme today, especially in this world of AI and uncertainty, is acceleration. How do we speed up the decision-making process, the design process, the selection process, so we can get to business outcomes quicker because the landscape's changing, so quick. So a great example is our VR design service. We've partnered with Crestron, so I can mock up my entire Crestron technology within my desired space in VR, and I can do that very rapidly. And I can rapidly iterate on that. I can change, I can move, I can see the pickup patterns, I can see the camera field of view, and I can validate all those things before I try to build it out in a space. Just one example of a way that we're using AI and VR technology to accelerate the process for our customers.
That is so cool. I think it was last year that you actually sat me down and I got to see what you're doing there. And it is incredible to be able to visualize all those things. That going back to how we started the podcast, there are so many business users that are traditionally non-technical that have expectations for the way they want their spaces to work. They're making the decisions around those spaces. So making it easy for them to understand the implications of these design choices, that is such a powerful tool. Yeah. It is very cool.
I like that when Crestron and AVI-SPL work together, we're going to bring that consistent user experience to every room, no matter where you are, anywhere in the world. John and Brad, thanks for joining me today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Nancy.
Great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I appreciate your time. And to our listeners out there, thank you for joining us today. And if you are at InfoComm, make sure to visit AVI-SPL at booth 4220, where you can see that VR design service in action. And of course, come to Crestron's beautiful booth at 2300 with all those AI solutions that Brad was talking about. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, and you can also subscribe to our audio feed. Just subscribe to The Collaboration Space on your favorite podcast app. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time in The Collaboration Space.
For more information, visit avispl.com/Crestron.